Right, I'm back here in Glendale, Arizona, and the sound system at this stadium is very loud, so I will try and talk up as best I can so that you can hear me and we can get to all the details. Now, today I'm here to see the Chicago White Sox again. This is their home park, and they're playing the Oakland A's. Now, I already did the Chicago White Sox in terms of a preview and a review and such, so I'm not going to bore you with those details again. I'm going to give you two teams that I'm not going to see that play in the Cactus League also. So we're going to get to that in just a second. Just a quick recap, if you've been watching these videos or if you're seeing them for the first time, last year I was the #1 handicapper at Doc Sports. 177 and 138 was my record and had a profit of $9,425, and I'm looking to duplicate it, surpass it, or get as close as possible. I've had 3 of my best years in baseball betting in the last 7, so I'm confident this is going to be another strong season coming on board. Hopefully I can deliver for you. I got packages on sale that you can buy, monthly subscription package, all discounted right now. So check them out at the Doug Upstone page at Doc Sports. All right, so check that out, because believe me, nobody enjoys matching wits with the odds makers as much as I do for those 15 games a day for basically 6 months of the year. So looking forward to another great season. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit off of me and give you a little bit of a view of the ballpark. Not many people here. I'm right here, right below me is where the White Sox bullpen is, and the starting pitcher is warming up, and I did not see who that is just yet. But, so the stadium, not a lot of folks here yet, and to be honest with you, attendance hasn't been great at spring training because baseball screwed up. So that's their problem, not yours and mine, right? So, all right, let's talk about the Oakland A's, who are here today. After 3 straight winning seasons in which they made the playoffs from 2018 to 2020, Oakland slipped to 86 wins last year and missed the playoffs. Well, with that, in typical Oakland fashion, guess what? They got rid of Matt Olson, Matt Chapman, and Chris Bassett, okay? And as in the not too distant future, all or any of those were looking for bigger paydays. So fold the tent, start over again. Now all 3 of those players are traded away, and starting pitchers Sean Manaea and Frankie Montas are thought to be moved somewhere between now and the All-Star break, depending what kind of deals they can get. Now, there's still recognizable names with this team, okay, with the Oakland A's I'm referring to. Tony Kemp, Elvis Arandis, and Stephen Piscotty, among others, but most of those guys are past their prime, okay? So they're still good players, they're still efficient players, they're just not the players that they used to be from that standpoint. Sportsbooks are expecting the M&M boys, in this case Manaea and Montas, to be moved. So they season win total is only 70.5 this year. From that one, that does seem pretty low. I have to admit, I'm not sure that's the case, but to me, there's only one play here. It's to take the under or nothing, and so I'm just going to give a slight lean with the under on this one. Okay, now let's talk about 2 other teams, as I mentioned, that play in the Cactus League: Kansas City and Colorado, if that's in this case. Kansas City, they are expected to be last in the Central Division, in the AL Central, 84.5 wins. 74.5 wins is their season win total. After 5 straight losing seasons, Royals fans, the idea and the thought of being in the World Series, those days are kind of gone now, okay, from that standpoint. So the idea now is just get a winning season. Now, Kansas City, they don't have a powerhouse team by any stretch, but I like what they're doing. They have a really nice collection of young starting pitchers, which I definitely like. And then they also added Zach Greinke, who comes full circle, returns back to Kansas City. And I think he could help some of their younger pitchers, to tell you the truth, in terms of how to get, their makeup, how to prepare better and such. So I do like this team. Also, of course, the big news is Bobby Witt Jr., who could be a star, okay, certainly for the Kansas City franchise this year, and they're strong up the middle. They got a great catcher in Salvador Perez, infielders Nicky Lopez and Whit Merrifield, and in center field, Gold Glover Michael Taylor. So in this one, 74.5 seems about right because the offense is a little spotty here and there. I'm just going to give a slight over for the potential of this team. Next up, Colorado Rockies. If you're wondering why the Colorado Rockies signed Chris Bryant to a long-term deal for that kind of money, well, you're not the only one that's perplexed because everyone in baseball is. The Rockies could have traded last season. They could have traded Story or John Gray and gotten something. Instead, they just let them leave. And what they really did, they outbid themselves for Chris Bryant, because nobody else was going to come close to paying that kind of money. The Rockies starting staff isn't bad. I'd say is average. But pitching at Coors Field, as we know, is always a challenge. My feeling on Colorado, their win total is 68.5. If they start 0-1 for the season, I don't think they ever leave last place, even with Arizona in the same division. So let's take the Colorado Rockies for under 68.5 this upcoming season. So there you go. There's 3 reports for you. Got different things going, and we'll see. We'll be back, as it turns out, for another preview of Arizona and Cleveland, 2 teams that I will be seeing later today, and you can watch a video there. So this is Doug Upstone for Doc Sports. Don't forget, #1 handicapper last season at Doc Sports. You can pick up a subscription from me on monthly or season packages that are discounted. Check it out. Until next time, I'm out of here.